What makes a fantasy football roster unbalanced? Imagine trying to build a team where some players are superstars, but others are barely hanging on. That's what a roster looks like when it's imbalanced. When you put too much effort into one position and ignore others, it can cause problems all season long. For example, if you draft a lot of quarterbacks but only a few running backs, you might have a strong starter but no reliable backups. Since most leagues need 2 or 3 running backs to start each week, having only 1 or 2 means you're vulnerable if they get hurt or have a bye week. The same goes for wide receivers. Overloading on one position leaves gaps in your lineup. Another sign of imbalance is not having enough depth. If your team has a star player at wide receiver but no decent backups, a minor injury could ruin your week. It's smart to stash players on your bench who could step in if needed. This keeps your team flexible and ready for surprises. League rules also matter. If your league starts to quarterbacks but you only drafted one, you'll be scrambling to find a replacement later. Or if your league awards extra points for receptions and you ignore that in your draft, your team might not perform as well as it could. Tailoring your roster to these rules helps keep it balanced. Spending your draft budget unevenly can cause issues too. If you blow most of your money on 1 or 2 star players in an auction draft, your other positions might suffer. You want to spread your resources to have solid starters across the board. In snake drafts, focusing too much on early picks at one position can leave other spots weak. Finally, ignoring bye weeks and injury risks can make your team imbalanced during the season. If all your top players have the same bye week or are injury-prone, you'll struggle to fill your lineup. Having backups with similar upside helps you stay competitive. To keep your roster balanced, plan your draft based on your league's lineup requirements. Make sure you have at least one reliable backup for each key position, especially running back and wide receiver. Manage your bench wisely by holding players with potential and good schedules. Watch out for players, bye weeks, and injury histories so you can adjust early. In short, a roster becomes imbalanced when it lacks coverage at key positions, doesn't match league rules, or concentrates resources on just one area. Building a balanced team means spreading talent and depth across all spots, so you're ready for whatever the season throws at you.